Hey, welcome to another episode of Meant to Vent News. My name is Jaime, and if you're new to the channel here, I don't really know what I'm doing out here. I just like having fun talking about news stories, and I connect them to conspiracies like all the time because that's how my weird mind works. And I love doing it. And my stories are so random all the time. Like sometimes I can just get off on a straight up conspiracy theory, or I'll just get crazy off on some news headlines. Like today, got some news headlines, and I'm going to share them with you guys. Sam Altman, this big guy who's running all the CEO of OpenAI. This guy was talking crazy stuff before he got all like about billions. Before he was about billions, he was telling everybody AI was going to kill you. For real, he was like AI is going to. You know what else is like everybody's all afraid to say them words online. And maybe that's why some of the stuff is hurting my videos, but I can't I gotta like retrain. I'm older now. Like I have to like retrain myself to say these new words. Okay, so like they were he's saying the AI was gonna get us. Okay, it's gonna finish us. I can't replace them words. It's gonna be tough. So I'm gonna be getting a bunch of emails from them probably again. But when before it was like super valuable, like I said, he was saying it was going to end us and be dangerous, and they were going to replace us, and there was going to be a lot of crazy things going on. Could be possible apocalyptic scenarios. Then it was worth billions. Now the dude's walking around saying it's totally safe. It's not a creature, it's a tool. And it's saying all these other things now that all these zeros are at the end of the things. That now that all these zeros are involved. It's talking a whole new ball game. I just think it's wild. One of the OpenAI co-founders, like one of the guys is like there's three guys they call like the godfathers of AI. Like one of them guys even stated that if we are open AI, before we release a open AI, that we better have a bunker built. And really, it's very convenient that Sam Altman guy happens to have a really big bunker already built. Along with a bunch of other billionaires and millionaires. They know something we don't. They got that inside intel. Like, isn't that a bummer that we don't? Like, every time we get inside intel, it's always a conspiracy theory. It's always like, oh shit, you heard that somewhere. It's craziness. Unalive that shit. I'm learning. But yeah, they always seem to have like this inside info. That's why they're all like, we're not making bunkers for no secret reasons. And in some other news, green dildos have been spotted throwing out at the NBA games recently. And I think it's really great. They've been all complaining about ratings have only been involved because they've been giving all the ratings and all the credit to Caitlin Clark. Her and Angel Reese feud, or everybody's like, oh, you just got to talk about her. You don't want to talk about nobody else. And then they want to talk about Angel Reese all the time. And then, it's kind of dig away from when she was injured, they were saying, oh, the ratings bombed, so nobody wants to watch it now because CC ain't playing. And all of a sudden, there's a new like excitement. There's a new excitement to watch the game. There's a new thrill. There's something to look forward to when you turn on a WNBA game. But now they're trying to stop it. They put the guy's face out there. They shamed him publicly. Now there's not going to be no more dildos on the court during a basketball game. How are you going to get mad that people, you guys are wanting more money, and these could be your ratings out there that could get you to more money, but now you're getting mad because it's like bringing you more ratings and more money. It's kind of weird. You should it could be a win-win. You could treat this like, the hockey traditions, like when they would throw the octopuses on the floor, for like the original 8 teams. You guys could have something here like a new tradition for the WNBA. It's just be green dildos instead. In some weird space news, people are saying there's this big object flying through the sky, and everybody is saying it's so convenient now that we want the Epstein files that are fake now. Now they're fake. They just locked all these people up, for no reason, and supposedly she had no clients now. She was fake, whatever. Let me get on to the whatever. So this object's flying around in space. It's huge. And they said like 2 different sizes. Now it's like, I don't know, it's super big. And they're saying that it could be a spaceship now. They're like, oh no, it's a spaceship. But then some weird intel came out and was like, oh yeah, well the pilots of it, they already know what the pilots look like. Okay. This is why I'm telling you, like sometimes it's like, I got to write this down because like I try to memorize this and I'd be trying to, it was hard for me to try to remember to say the unalived word. Okay. So bear with me. Some are claiming that the pilots of these ships are tall black aliens around 7 to 10 feet tall, and they look like African Americans. They didn't just say like Africans. They said they look like African Americans. That's how you know this is like a psyop. Like, If I was like black, or if I was an African American person or an African person, wouldn't it be like, I would be thinking like, are they trying to like exterminate us as a race, or make us extinct? And I'm only talking like for entertainment purposes and educational purposes, because I'm ignorant to the game. All I see is the negative stuff they try to portray against them to try to make everybody hate them. Okay, like, and I love everybody. Okay, but this is just like, this is just like what the news is doing. Like the media is like, it's just bananas. Hear me out for a minute. Before you get all mad, hear me out for a minute. Okay, I don't already get comments. Now my comments are probably gonna blow up because people getting mad. But like every news channel only shows like on my news channel, I'm in Michigan. Like, okay, every news channel only shows like black people doing bad crimes. You don't never see the crazy white people doing crimes, and I'm sure they're crazy white people and everybody of all nationalities. I mean, now you've seen ICE going crazy. ICE, baby. They're going crazy right now, going after all them immigrants and everything. But like, only the news wants to show you like just like black crimes. and like the black people jumping people in Ohio, and like people tripping out in McDonald's, and they're like, well, that's all there is. It's like, I mean, hear me out. Just hear me out. They made a term YNs, and like white people are using it. Like, you're letting white people use the term YNs. Okay, that's too close. I'm Mexican, like, and I just think that's too close. Okay, I think it's close. And they're using a term, a term that's been flying around called black fatigue. Okay, like, look, hear me out for a minute. Look, I got your back if you got my back, because I love everybody. But this just seems really wild, and nobody's really talking about this one. Everybody wants to talk about, COVIDs and all these other things, and like the files, but like this is really going on. Like, I mean, it's just turn on the news, and then like, before you come yell at me in the comments and then tell me that I'm wrong, like, show me what your news just showed you in the morning before you went to work. In some evil science villain news, what the heck is up with Bill Gates, and why isn't he in jail yet? This dude has been preaching population control, and that he can do things with a population to control it with, vaccines and immunizations and all these other things, and he could fix it. Like, how are you going to, why was that a problem, first of all? And who are you to say that is a problem? The dude that comes involved in computers, all right, turned into a scientist that we have to take health from. And if you look at the dude, he doesn't really look like the most healthiest dude. Like, he doesn't look like the most healthiest individual. Like, he doesn't look like he's got like a Crunch membership. Like, you won't see him at Platinum Fitness. You know what I mean? Like, and we got to take our health from him. Okay, so people are all sick and saying like malaria was spreading around overseas or some shit, like from mosquitoes. And this guy just weaponized mosquitoes. Nobody wants to connect those dots or say anything about him weaponizing mosquitoes, and then everybody's sick over there. And this guy can just roam free. Also, why are scientists still just making diseases and studying diseases? Like, why don't they just study cures or like humans being healthy? Like, what's up with that? Like, here's an attractive idea. It's okay, something's wrong with your eyesight. Here's a pill for your eyesight. Now that your eyesight's there and your eyesight's working, seems to be messing up and your muscles are cramping. Well, here's another pill for your muscle cramping, and so on and so on. There ain't no talking about no cures. There's never talks of cures. Only treatments. Look at all the pills on the commercials on your TV. Half of the commercial is side effects, yes, but they're treating this, and that, because you just took your 6 other pills for whatever the fuck you're treating for. I feel like that's bananas. This is just too much. It's just way too much. It's way too much. Oh, and here's a good idea. Since we're not working on cures, let's make robots. So when you guys all die, we still got the people to work and make us money. When people are dead, money won't have that much value, dummies. Because, like, who's going to buy, like, TVs? A robot's not going to want to watch a TV. His eyes are the fucking TV. They're hooked to the internet. Like, you just want to get rid of us, and we're going to want to go, like, buy, like, what else do we need? Sweats, like sweatpants. Like, how many sweatpants do I need? I don't know. But when I go to the store, I buy them all the time. Okay, so I know I'm not alone on here. There's other people that just buy a bunch of junk. You can try to get rid of us. There ain't gonna be no more junk to buy. What happens then? What happens then? Well, my name is Jaime, and this has been another episode of Meant to Vent News. Till next time, see ya.